to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this is a video that I am, obviously I will do a couple more videos like this, and this is a video that I am doing tonight. And yeah, this is just based on the future of James Roberts. And look, I just want to talk about James Roberts in particular, only because he's someone that I believe won't be at the Tigers next year and will be moved on after Tim Sheens is their head coach in 2023. So yeah, look, I don't think it'll be part of the plans for Tigers in 2023. So, I just thought of possible destinations for Roberts in his future, in the NRL or could be overseas, So, yeah, look at just a general video of thoughts on where I think he could really fit in, other than Tigers. But before I start, look, if you're new watching the channel right now, I would hope and appreciate if you could subscribe. Obviously, it's up to you, but if you're enjoying the content, and obviously, if you're enjoying the video as I'm talking, then yeah, look, I do a lot more similar content like this as well. So yeah, I'm sure you enjoy the channel and enjoy the content coming through. So yeah, just thought I might add that quickly. Currently on 2,230 subscribers, so the goal is to get to 2,250 by next week. So hopefully I can get there. But until then, this is my top 5 destinations for James Roberts for 2023. So here is the first one. Alright, so it might sound a little bit biased, and it might be a little bit of a thing where you may be going, oh, look, of course, I'd say this because it's Manly, but no, look, I generally think we need a quality centre. I think Manly definitely need a quality centre. I think we're lacking one. I think we really are lacking a quality centre. For the past couple of years, we haven't really had the best centres. Like, obviously, Parker, Harper are good and are definitely servable, but I don't think any of them are like the next step to take us to a premiership, if you know what I mean. So probably like with Kohler and Roberts would be a very good combination, and I think someone like Des could really rejuvenate his career as well, since, well, look, it depends if Des stays on. Personally, I've obviously said some things about him that, like, in terms of not wanting him at the club, because I just don't think he's the right one going forward. But if he does stay, I do trust he'll get the best out of Manly, and I do think he would also get the best out of Roberts if Roberts ever did come to Manly, But like, the reason why I'm adding Manly mainly is because we do need a quality centre. I do believe that a quality centre with experience and obviously a proven good centre along with Kohler would definitely benefit our team, I reckon, next year, especially well, subbed out for the half of 2023 next year with an ACL injury. So but like, he'd score a lot more tries and be a lot more useful if he had a good centre outside of him. So I think yeah, Manly and Roberts would make a great match, and I think Roberts is only going to find his best form at Manly, I reckon, especially around guys like DCE and Jake, Tom, low quality players at Manly, obviously. So yeah, I wouldn't mind taking him at the Bird game, that's for sure. Alright, now the next club is a bit of a surprising one, because I don't think everyone would probably agree or think of Para as a club that would sign Roberts, because maybe because they already have Pinasini and Wagga Blake as their centres and all that. But no, personally, I wouldn't mind if they signed Roberts, actually. I think that for a while now, Parramatta have been looking for a centre. I mean, they missed out on Curtis Scott when they were, or when he was available. Obviously, he's now playing bigger, but yeah, look, I think Roberts to Parramatta wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, recently Michael Blake's been playing the wing, from what we've seen. He's been playing the wing pretty much every week, for now. And then, yeah, look, obviously Sevo, obviously the other one, and Penasini plays outside of him. So, oh no, sorry, no, Penasini plays on the other side, and outside of Sevo is usually Blake, but he's playing the wing. So, but look, I think Roberts would add a lot of quality, I think Roberts is someone that could definitely go well in a Parramatta system, only because Parramatta, obviously have obviously been in finals for quite a while now, and I don't know if they'll drop off next year, but look, there's a good chance they will. But no, look, I think Para are a team that could definitely use someone like Roberts, because Roberts is only 29 years old, just remember that as well. He'll be 30 next year, but look, even when he turns 30 next year, he'll have about like another 3 or 4 years left in him. So, yeah, I think he's worth the experience for Parramatta. Personally, I think he'd, benefit from going to a system like them that's been around the top 8 for a while now. So, look, at the end of the day, it's up to Parramatta, really, if they want to do that. But I think he wouldn't go there, but it's definitely a club that I think would definitely work in his favour though, because you get the best out of him there. I mean, Bailey Simonson hasn't worked, so like, I think it'd be a better signing than him personally. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's a club there. The next club is Canberra Raiders, and I think the Raiders are a decent chance of getting James Roberts as well, because I think with Jared Croker moving on at the end of the season for the Raiders, possibly retiring because of injuries and all that, and obviously they've got young centres in Albert Hopewadi, Semi Valame, Matt Simcoe, and all that. I think they could really use someone like James Roberts. I really do think so. I think Canberra are a good club only because obviously Roberts has been in trouble before in Sydney, and obviously Sydney is an environment there where he is no stranger to getting in trouble with. So maybe just a move out to Canberra would be pretty good for him actually to end his career possibly. So yeah, not much drama happens there in Sydney obviously, because a lot of things can happen in this place. But yeah, no, look, I think Raiders for James Roberts would be a good pickup actually. I think if I was Canberra, I'd definitely consider. I don't know how much of an opinion or high opinion Ricky has on James Roberts, but I think him at Canberra would be very good, and I think he'd get the best get the best out of himself there again. I think if he plays out the side of Jack White or something like that, he'll get plenty of ball and he can show off his speed and everything. So I think Canberra, in my opinion, are a fair chance of getting James Roberts as well, and Nick Coxon frees up a bit of money as well. So I think Canberra are a fair chance, and they're one of the NRL clubs that I think are probably top 3, top 2 signing in my opinion. So Roberts to Canberra, in my opinion, would be a very good pickup. The fourth club now, in my opinion, that I think that would definitely be good for James Roberts is the Knights, personally. I know Knights obviously have Dane Gagai and Bradman Best as their current centres, but there is talk that Bradman Best could be leaving Newcastle and could be looking for a new club next season, only because of, you know, I guess just injuries and stuff like that. And obviously you can't control that, but just the talk of hearing that Bradman Best might be on the lookout for a new club, as Knights want to make some big changes in the off-season. So if they can acquire Roberts, I think it'd be a pretty good pickup. I think Roberts is, yeah, look, I think you benefit going to Newcastle. I mean, even Best stays, like, I heard Knights even want to make him a winger possibly as well. I mean, you can play him there. So, no, look, we'll see. I think that, you know, this would help Knights. I mean, I think, you know, Adam O'Brien is a coach that is obviously very hard-nosed, and obviously is very, you know, very tough. And I think that sort of impact would be good for Roberts, and he probably will get the best out of him, in my opinion. So I think if they give him a chance, I think he would go really well. Personally, him and Gagai would make a pretty decent centre combination, or just them two in the back line somewhere would be very good, because I think that would really be good for Newcastle, having that experience there, and knowing what Roberts can do when his mindset is good enough, and when he's on playing good footy, then you get the best of him. So James Roberts, the Hunter, would be very good, and that's someone I think that could use him. Now, it's not a club, but it's definitely a place where I think Roberts can definitely go and end off his career, since he's only 30 years old. Next year might be a good sort of place to play a couple more footy matches and that for the next couple of years and retire. But I think the Super League, just in general, like, I wouldn't look. Obviously, I watch the Super League, and obviously, I'm a big fan of it at all. But look, I'm not sure what clubs would need particular, you know, centres, but I think there'll be a couple out there that would probably need some, you know, quality centres. I think Roberts would be good for the Super League. I think any club would pick him up, to be honest, in England, because over when an NRL player comes to the Super League, there's always a club or a couple of clubs that are interested in signing like any NRL player comes over to England. So I think knowing what Roberts can do and what the potential he does have as a player would definitely be good for a club to realise that in the Super League and give him a go. And obviously, look, Super League is a very open sport, so obviously it's a very fast-track game and it's very open. So I think that just that sort of environment and sort of how the way the game goes over there would be really good for Roberts, because you have a lot of space to run and definitely showcase what he's good at. So yeah, I reckon Super League is a good option for James Roberts, in my opinion. But anyways, everyone, where do you think James Roberts will be in 2023? Because it won't be the Tigers, I can guarantee you that. But thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment where you think he'll be.